this generation and this world, that's what it's all about now. You don't want to see anything real or hear anything real, so a lot of you are probably already angered, and if you're offended, that's not my problem, that's yours. What up, guys? CP the Tool Addict. Woo! Well, you know what it is. Once again, it's the time where I have to make people understand that Harbor Freight is a cheap tool store. They supply garbage that's cheap, and they aren't actually a real tool vendor, especially for automotive, for professional automotive mechanics. Even though they try to portray it, that's a marketing scheme. This little picture right here with a race car in the background, and this guy that's a paid actor for sponsorships. I mean, listen, guys, you want to go to Instagram and see fake pictures of guys that post up pretty tools and whatnot? You know, I mean, I realize this generation and this world, that's what it's all about now. You don't want to see anything real or hear anything real, so a lot of you are probably already angered, and if you're offended, that's not my problem, that's yours. But the truth of the reality of it is that Harbor Freight has tried to come out with all this new stuff. I semi am okay with it, but here's the deal. Don't try to tell me that your $200 cart, which is a good deal right now because you're getting $89 off. Get a $90 off coupon. I love how they put $90 off. $90 off. So $90 off on a US General 5-door tool cart. Okay, if you really take care of it, yes, it could last. Or it's not going to last. Now, this US General tool cart. Couple of things that I want to notate or look at here on this. I was told, let's see if I can get this picture to come down here. Okay, first of all, before I go into that, Inside Track Club. This is an absolute joke. $100 off, $4.99. So once in a great while, you get a deal. I think they're starting to go back to trying to get some deals on there because I think Harbor Freight's suffering, in my opinion. But member-only deal for $5.99 for the actual tool cart. Whatever, it'll get you by. It's just not for a professional set. Let me show you why. The inherent real problem right here is where these slides attached. Okay, this cart does not have a bolted on, or it doesn't have a slotted slide attachment. Now, most of you guys, especially if you've been in the tool industry for a long time, will recall back in the day, probably the early 90s, when a lot of toolboxes were changing over from really good quality where they were bolted into they're actually screwed to the side of the toolbox. Every tool manufacturer, including Snap-on, tried to do this. And eventually what they found out is that after heavy use and a couple years down the road, these slides started detaching from the toolbox. A huge no-no, which shows me that this is why Harbor Freight is behind the technology, because what they're trying to do is sell you a box and cut corners, okay? Now, the color and everything looks great, guys. I get it. Oh, man, it just makes me so happy. Whatever. Get it, bolt the slides to it, you know, because if you don't and then they break, you're going to regret life. That's my opinion on that. The fact also that they use a tubular lock like Snap-on did and Matco. Guys, they just try to copy it and make it look like stuff so that way you feel good about what you're getting. You know what? I just really don't understand the attraction and why people are so infatuated with Harbor Freight. We're going to get to the biggest reason why Harbor Freight really sucks and they're really not a tool store. So I'm going to take a look here for a 10 millimeter Icon socket. And I've got a little story to tell you about this. It's not necessarily a 10 millimeter. Sorry, no items found for a 10 millimeter Icon socket. Let's do an 18 millimeter because that was the one that my buddy tried to replace in his set. And he was absolutely... What? No 18 millimeter? Surely they got to have a 21 millimeter. 21 millimeter Icon socket. What? No items found for a 21 millimeter? That's right, guys. There is no absolute way you can buy individual Icon sockets from Harbor Freight, and this has been a thing for quite some time apparently. Now you can buy a 10 millimeter socket in a Pittsburgh, which that's definitely not a good way to replace your Icon socket. Oh no. Search result for 10 millimeter Pittsburgh. We have a wrench. There we go. One individual 3H drive, 10 millimeter. Not even a 1/4 inch. Can't even buy a 10 millimeter and a 1/4 inch. How ridiculous is... So I actually reached out to customer service and asked them. So I said, how can I do it? They gave me a number to some warehouse type deal. And the long and short of it is that they told me, no, we do not sell individual Icon sockets. You have to buy a whole set for replacement. Are you kidding me? So wait a second. Can I buy a 10 millimeter Icon wrench? And the answer for that is absolutely not. Nor can you buy a 10 millimeter Pittsburgh wrench. They do not sell things individually. So when you buy a set of Icon sockets, and God forbid you lose, which I've never lost a 10 millimeter, so I still don't understand that. But God forbid you lose any of those sockets. In order for you to actually replace them, replace any of your Icon sockets, for instance, now they've got semi-deeps. If you have to replace them, you have to spend $44.99 to buy an extra set of sockets. You know what that means? You could have bought a set of Snap-ons, damn. Maybe not new, but at least you could replace them ones. These are on eBay for $170. I was joking about damn near buying a Snap-on socks. I just knew that would trigger Harbor Freight guys. I don't really care what you... But there is a 7-piece set right here for $109. But you could have bought Williams set for $83 off Amazon for a 3H drive set of semi-deep sockets where you could have bought individuals. You can buy Capri's for $39, which this is a much smaller company, but you can buy individual. You can buy Koken for $77.34, Japan quality, and you can buy individual. But what you cannot do is buy individual sockets, wrenches, screwdrivers out of sets. I don't even think you can buy an Icon screwdriver. Just we'll look it up here just to see. Nope, you can't even buy an individual Icon screwdriver if you lose one out of your set. So why would you buy Icon tools when you can't replace them? It's a good question. You let me know down in the comment box if you weren't too offended to understand that. But I'm sorry, you're not saving money when you buy Icon, and I've clearly proved this is one reason why you shouldn't buy Icon tools, or most of the tools from Harbor Freight, is because they're not a tool company. They're only out to sell you stuff. They're not there to take care of you after the sale. It's pretty evident that their customer service is lacking very huge, and they don't care about they only care about selling you sets. So anyways, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe, ring that bell. Remember, keep your hands dirty and your money clean. Thanks for watching.